Okay, we're good to switch gears now to something a little more, as some would say, down to earth. Business. The Women in Business Annual Conference, 2014 WIMBIZ Conference is around the corner, and we want to talk about it. The theme for this year's conference is Nigeria Rising, Accelerating Transformations, a two-day conference to hold in a hotel, that's Lagos. We'll examine possibilities and opportunities in Nigeria, especially for the women folk. You know, the issue of equality in leadership and business. Unfortunately, yesterday I heard the president of the US talking about how it is that a man and a woman are doing the same job, and the woman is paid less than the man, and so there's a need for the woman to earn as much as the man, even in business as well. How are the women faring? How can they get better? These are some of the things that will be discussed during this conference. But let's start here in the studio. We have some of the officials here. The chairperson of WIMBIZ, Ms. Osai Alile, is here. Thank you for joining us.
Good morning.
Good morning. Ms. Aisha Ahmed, member of WIMBIZ Executive Council. Thank you. Thank you. And Ms. Chizoba Okmala, an associate of WIMBIZ.
Good morning.
Thank you for joining us. Let's start with a straightforward question. What's WIMBIZ?
Women in management and business and public policy now. In the last 3 years, we decided to add the political aspect to it as well, because
so women in
yes, in management, in business, and public policy. And what we are is a group of women. It's a network of women, and we're trying to just come together to elevate our status in the community. And as you said, look at the different challenges that we're going through and see how much we can change those things. And especially for the younger generation that are coming in as well. So what can we do different? And how can we change the circumstances that we live in at this moment?
Now this conference is, you have this conference like every year.
Yes.
So every year you're seeking to change your status.
Yes.
Every year you're seeking to get the women to be better at what they do. How would you rate it? Would you say it's been effective?
Yes, I would. I think this is the 13th conference. In choosing the topics that we discuss, we are very careful to, of course, always give women what they need in terms of the skills and the exposure that they need. So there will be general topics like work-life balance and things you need to succeed in the workplace and at your job. But there will also be topical issues to discuss. So this year we're talking about education, we're talking about agriculture, so we're talking about topics that are relevant to today's economy and where we see future opportunities as well. So in terms of rating it, I think it's been very successful. Every single year we get more and more people attend. This year we're expecting about 700 people at the conference this year.
Okay, I'm sure you get asked this all the time, but I'm going to ask it. Yes, I'm sure you know the question. So, Chizoba, WIMBIZ is regarded as rather elitist. This is for the woman managing director of a bank or the woman ED at a multinational company, not for little Alere who has her PR company. She's big in her market. The woman who's selling lace, for instance, who's made millions and millions, and she's not a member of WIMBIZ, is she?
No, she's not. Let me answer Chizoba. No, I want to say that talk for Chizoba, because Chizoba is a member, so I don't want her to feel as if she's under attack. And I think I have the opportunity to say it as well. Our focus is really for women in management and business and public policy. So it's really like middle level. But what we do, and we've done over the last few years, Chizoba also just joined the group also, is we are trying to work with other women organizations and say, even if this is not our focus, we're still interested in what is happening with, as you mentioned, the women in the marketplaces and stuff like that. Can we get involved with those women using your own group? Because when you start any business, you have to be focused on what you do. And if we can't be all things to all men. So we try as much as possible to say we'll work with them. This year alone, even with all the different issues that we've had in Nigeria, we've been very, very open and talked about them. We've had even different speaking things about it, but we've also raised money for women, and we've worked with partners to do that. So I now push it to Chizoba. So I don't want her to like, so
what has your experience been as a member of WIMBIZ? Has it been of any benefit to you at all?
Yes, it has. The WIMBIZ network is very
They're very supportive. It's a very strong network. Through the WIMBIZ platform, I have met so many people that have impacted my life. Presently, I have about 10 mentors who all have different areas of my business and my personal life that they support me with and have guided me, and they do that for so many people. I mean, so many people that I know that are also fellow associates and just members of the WIMBIZ network all have experiences and stories that they can tell about each and every experience that they've had within the network.
How has this impacted on your business?
Oh gosh, it's been a great impact. Any opportunity that people hear about, I get phone calls saying, you know what, this is going on here. Have you approached them? How best can we work with this company? And you get the support from those people, and that helps. It's truly impacted my business.
And how are you also beginning to mentor some other people? Are you bringing some other women into
yes,
WIMBIZ as well?
Since I've been with WIMBIZ now maybe about 3-4 years, and I've been able to speak with about 3 or 4 former colleagues and friends who have all come on board. I'm sure of 6 people that have joined WIMBIZ.
So we'll be good to say WIMBIZ is not elitist?
No, we're not elitist because we can't be. You can't live in isolation in the world. I mean, regardless of what you think you're an MD in a company, you need to be able to work with other women. And we're not. We only are focused on some specific things, but we have to make sure that when we're talking about elevation of women, we can't say just this particular women. We have to think across board as well and see what kind of skills we have that can be beneficial to them, and we've always done that.
Okay, are you also bothered about those women that you've helped to elevate to another level? Are you bothered about their performance, how they are able to impact the society, and how the society rates them? Are you bothered about
It's always about inspiration. So when we say elevation, you're constantly elevating yourself because you're constantly improving the skills that you need. You're constantly getting access to opportunities and discussing. So it's more around us inspiring ourselves with the conference and all the other programs that we have, inspiring people to be the best they can be. And it's not only about, oh, I want to be in the workplace. It's also about who do I want to be as an individual. So at the end of the day, as a woman, what would make me fulfilled? And then, those things are, of course, it's a mixture of things. There's family, there's work, there's life's work, there's legacy, and then it's about pushing them.
Okay, let's zero in quickly on the conference specific. What kind of people are you expecting to talk at this conference?
We have about 50 speakers actually. Yes, it's a 2-day conference with 50 speakers from all spheres of life. I mean, we have from the IT industry, we have people from the music and entertainment industry, we have the MDs, we have different, and it's talking about different things. When we talk about transformation, we're also asking questions that if we say Nigeria is the biggest economy in Africa, how does it